So hello students, let us start with the chapter reflection. Okay, so before that let us revise what are the Cartesian system of coordinates. So we already know, if suppose there are two lines like this intersecting each other at a point, then the horizontal line is called as x-axis, the vertical line is called as y-axis, right? And this point O where these two axes intersect each other is called as origin. Fine. And we also have one more name for x-axis and y-axis as abscissa and ordinate. Okay, so if suppose I have a point P, let us just zoom this. If suppose I P whose coordinate are x and y. So what does that coordinate actually mean? So if you see x, this is the length x of this point P. That means the distance from the y-axis, right? The distance from the y-axis is actually your x coordinate, right? That is also called as abscissa. And the distance from the x-axis, this length is actually your y coordinate, right? This is point P here, and its distance from the x-axis is actually y, right? That is also called as ordinate. So these points x and y are called as coordinates of this point P, and also the abscissa and ordinate. Okay, so this we have already seen in the lower classes. Just a little revision on this. So there are axis, origin, abscissa and ordinate. Fine. So now let us see the conventions. We are already aware. Just we will have a quick review of that. If you have a coordinate axis like this, so if you measure in this side, that is on your right side, it is positive. If you measure on the left side, it is negative for x coordinates, right? And for y coordinates, if you measure up, so it is positive. If you measure down, it is negative, right? This is the sign convention that we actually follow. So let us see the new topic in this, which is reflection of a point in a line. So if suppose you have a plane mirror, so what happens in a plane mirror? If you place some object here, you will see its reflection in the mirror. Okay, so that image is formed. If it is a plane mirror, the image is formed at the same distance, the distance which is between the object and the mirror. So if suppose this point is M, so this PM will be equal to this MP dash where you have image. So this length are equal in case of a plane mirror. So definition, it says that reflection of a point in a line AB is a point P dash. This is P dash here, the reflection of point P, such that AB is perpendicular bisector. This AB is perpendicular bisector of the line PP dash. That means this length and this length are equal. Only then will be the AB bisector, right? So this line AB is called as axis of reflection, because this line has divided this PP dash into two equal parts. Okay, therefore this line AB is called as axis of reflection. Okay, then there is one more point called as invariant point. Now what is an invariant point? In particular, if point P lies on the line AB, then the image of P is P itself. So if suppose this is line and point P lies on the line that AB that we had as a plane mirror, so that point P would be image of itself, correct? So in that case, that point is called as invariant point. Clear? So that is invariant point. Then next is reflection of a point in the x-axis. So if you see, we have this point P here whose coordinates are x and y, right? And its reflection is here, which is PP dash. We know that this length PM is equal to MP dash. So what has happened? This point M the value of that point M is constant here as well as here, right? That means the x coordinate of point P and P dash is same. What changes? Since we are measuring it up and down, so what happens? The sign of y coordinate will only change. The x coordinate is as it is, and y coordinate, here it was y, here it is minus y. So when you have reflection along the x axis, that is on the horizontal axis, if the reflection is there, then what happens? Only y coordinate will have change in sign. The x coordinate will be as it is. This is when the reflection of point is in the x axis. That means your axis of reflection is x axis. Okay, in that case only y coordinate changes, x coordinate is as it is, right? And this is the reflection of a point in the x axis. Next we have reflection of a point in y axis. Now, so let us see. If y axis is the axis of reflection and we have this point P which has coordinates x comma y, so since it is parallel to x axis, therefore this y coordinate will remain constant. So here if you see, y coordinate is constant, but what has changed? The sign of x coordinate has changed. So if the y is my axis of reflection, x coordinate will have change in sign. If x axis is my axis of reflection, then I will have change of sign for y coordinate. Okay, just the opposite, right? So because we can also see, since here it is measured in the right side, so x is supposed to be positive. Here x is measured in the left side, so that is why x is negative. Okay, when you measure up, y is supposed to be positive. When you measure down, y is supposed to be negative. That we already know. Okay, so this is how we get the reflection of a point in y axis. Is this clear, everyone? Let us see what happens if suppose we have reflection along a line which is parallel to x axis. So let us see this figure. Here we have this line AB which is parallel to x axis. This is x dash OX, which is my x axis. Okay, this is line AB which is parallel to this x axis. The distance between these two lines is A. Okay, and this AB is my axis of reflection. This is my line of reflection, where about which I have point which has the reflection, not the axis. Okay, so this line is at distance A from the x axis, fine, and it cuts this line which is P dash, where P is that point and reflection of that point is P dash. Okay, so this line AB cuts this P dash at point M. Point M is supposed to be midpoint, so this PM MP dash, these lengths are same. Okay, these lengths are equal. So now what will happen? I have to find the coordinate of this PP dash if the coordinate of P is x comma y. So what will be the coordinates of point M? Since point M is at the distance of A from the x-axis, so we know this length is y coordinate. So this y coordinate we got, it is A. Okay, and this point M is along the point X on the x-axis. So its x coordinate is x, but y coordinate is this A. So coordinates of this point M is x comma A. Okay, so coordinate of point M is x comma A. After that we have assumed, let the coordinate of point P dash, this P dash will have coordinates alpha and beta. Since we don't know its coordinate, we know coordinate of P which we have assumed x and y, point coordinate of M which we already found, which is x comma A, right? So we have assumed the coordinates of P dash as alpha and beta. Let us find this alpha and beta. Now if you observe this diagram, we know that this graph, we know that M is the midpoint of P dash. Okay, so by midpoint theorem, what we have is that coordinates of this midpoint would be x, that is x coordinate of this point plus x coordinate of this point divided by 2. So x coordinate of P is x coordinate of P dash, we have already assumed it is alpha, and that is equal to the coordinate of x coordinate of point M. We already know the x coordinate of point M, okay, which is x in this case. So therefore this is the x coordinate. X plus alpha by 2 is supposed to give me the x coordinate of my midpoint, which in this case is already x, we know. And what about y? So we add the y coordinates of two endpoints divided by 2. So my P had coordinates x comma y, and this was alpha comma beta, and my midpoint was x comma a. So x coordinate of this, x coordinate of this divided by 2 gave me the x coordinate of my midpoint. And similarly, when you add the y coordinates of the endpoints divided by 2, you get y coordinate of midpoint. So here in this case it is y plus beta by 2 is equal to a, right? Simplifying this, so you get alpha is equal to x and beta is equal to minus y plus 2a. So what is this? Alpha and beta are the coordinates of point P dash. So we got the coordinates of point P dash, which is x. X will remain same of course, and what the y coordinate is minus y plus 2a. If we also observe it logically, what happens? This P dash is at this end, this length is a, this length is also a, right? So adding a plus a is 2a, but it is on the, we are measuring it downwards, so it is negative. Okay, so this is what we have. So this is minus y plus this length a, this length a, so plus 2a, right? So this is the coordinate of point P dash. So this was the reflection of a point when this was a line parallel to x-axis. Okay, so if your point has coordinate x comma y, so coordinate of P dash would be x comma minus y plus 2a. So this is reflection of a point parallel to x-axis. Next is reflection of a point parallel to y-axis. So now we have this AB, which is parallel to y-axis. Same system. Only thing is that it is along the y-axis. Let this length is a. So if this is a, again my point here is P, x comma y, its image P dash. Let us assume again that is equal to alpha and beta. Okay, and then this length is a, this length is again a, and assuming that now the midpoint is M and its coordinate would be, now this length is a, right? That means my x coordinate is a now. So x is equal to a and y is y. Okay, so my M will have coordinates a comma y. Okay, M are coordinates are a comma y, correct? And P dash, coordinates of P dash, we have already taken alpha and beta. Again finding the coordinates of the midpoint, same method. So what happens? You add the x coordinate of P plus x coordinate of P dash divided by 2 is supposed to give you the x coordinate of midpoint. So that forms our first equation. Add the y coordinates of both the endpoints, divide by 2 should give you the y coordinate of the midpoint, right? Simplify it. Alpha comes out to be minus x plus 2a, beta comes out to be y. So these are the coordinates of point P dash, and thus this is the reflection point. So the reflection point, reflection of the point P x comma y is in the line x equal to a. Why x equal to a? This distance, this distance is a. Okay, that is x is equal to a. The coordinates are minus x plus 2a comma y. Okay, so this is the basics of this reflection along the x-axis and y-axis. If and also when you have a line which is parallel to x-axis and y-axis, how do we find the coordinate of that uh, point, that is image. Okay, the last topic for this is reflection of a point in a point. So that is a reflection of a point in the origin. So what happened along the origin? If you observe this graph, you have a point px comma y, correct, and it passes through the origin and it is p dash now. So this length OP is equal to OP dash. Okay, if it is an image, this lengths are supposed to be equal. So now it is here in this third quadrant. So here x, it is measured towards left and also to the in the downward direction. So therefore the sign of both the coordinates have changed. It is minus x as well as minus y. If suppose your point was here and its image was formed here, so what would have happened? If it is here, so it will have of course the coordinate as minus x and minus y. So you negate that, you put the minus sign for both the coordinates. So minus of minus x will become positive and it is x, minus of minus y is negative, positive again, so it is y. So the reflection of this point, sorry, the reflection of this point, that is p dash, is p which has the coordinate x comma y. So the rule is when it is along the origin, the reflection, so you have to change the sign of both x and y coordinates. If it was along x axis, only y coordinates change. If it is along x axis, so y coordinates change, and if it is along y axis, x coordinate would, the sign of the x coordinate would change. And if you have a line